What was inside Suzy's surprise bouquet for Song Hye-kyo? Imagine if the quiet click of a vase on a marble countertop could unravel years of unspoken stories, blooming like those lavender roses into a tapestry of loyalty that defies the spotlight's glare. Welcome to the unassuming magic of Song Hye-kyo and Suzy's world, where a belated bouquet isn't just flowers, but a living archive of sisterhood. On that crisp November evening in 2025, as the first chill of winter whispered through Seoul streets, Song Hye-kyo's Instagram lit up like a secret shared at midnight. There it was, a sprawling bouquet that seemed to capture the essence of a dream deferred, yet delivered with impeccable timing. Soft lavender roses curling like shy invitations, lime-kissed blooms injecting a playful zest, and those whimsical purple daisy mums adding a pop of vintage whimsy, as if hand-picked from a forgotten garden in Jeju. The caption? A whisper of gratitude. Thank you for the surprise gift, punctuated by a heart emoji that felt like a hug across the screen. And just like that, the internet exhaled, because who else but Suzy could orchestrate such a tender ambush for her Unnie's 44th birthday, 5 days after the calendar had flipped on November 22nd. It's the kind of gesture that lingers, doesn't it? In an age where notifications drown out nuance, this bouquet arrives not with fanfare, but with the subtle weight of intention. Suzy, ever the thoughtful curator of moments, didn't just send flowers. She sent a mood, a gentle reminder that even amid the frenzy of red-eye flights and script readings, there's space for softness. Fans, scrolling through their feeds on that fateful 27th, paused mid-sip of coffee, hearts swelling with that rare, vicarious joy. If friendship had a scent, it'd be this, one commenter mused, while another typed, Suzy gets it. Kyo Unnie deserves a whole meadow, not just a bunch. The delay from the actual birthday only amplified the charm. It spoke to the realities of their lives, where Suzy might have been wrapping up promotional duties for her latest musical venture, or stealing hours for a quiet script review. And Song Hye-kyo was deep in the trenches of her demanding Netflix shoot. Yet somehow, amid it all, a florist in Gangnam received the call, and petals were dispatched like a love letter sealed with wax. Their bond, though, isn't a recent bloom. It's a tree with roots twisting back over a decade, weathered by industry storms, yet flourishing in quiet defiance. Picture this. It's 2017, the Baeksang Arts Awards, a glittering affair where egos orbit like planets. Suzy, then 22 and still carrying the wide-eyed glow of Miss A's breakout days, stands a step behind Song Hye-kyo on the red carpet. The senior actress, already a Hallyu icon with a resume etched in gold from Autumn in My Heart to Descendants of the Sun, doesn't miss a beat. Without a word, she reaches back, smoothing the hem of Suzy's gown with the casual grace of an older sister fixing a sibling's collar before school. No cameras caught the full tenderness, but the clip that surfaced later? Pure alchemy. Suzy's shy smile, Song Hye-kyo's effortless poise. It was the first public petal in what would become a garden of mutual admiration. That moment, frozen in fan edits and replayed endlessly, feels like the universe winking. These two, worlds apart in experience, yet tethered by an invisible thread of empathy. Fast forward to 2018, and the gestures escalate from subtle to sweetly overt. Song Hye-kyo, fresh off the emotional whirlwind of The Glory, sends a coffee truck to the set of Vagabond, Suzy's action-packed thriller with Lee Seung-gi. The banner? A simple, "Fighting Suzy," scrawled in cheerful script, accompanied by stacks of iced Americanos for the crew. It wasn't flashy, no sponsored vibes or hashtag campaigns. It was the kind of support that says, I've been there, the long nights, the bruises under concealer, and I'm rooting for you from the sidelines. Suzy, in interviews later, would recall it with a glow. Unnie's truck showed up like a lifeline on a sweltering day. It wasn't just caffeine. It was her way of saying, "You're not alone in this." That truck became lore, a symbol of how Song Hye-kyo, often painted as the untouchable ice queen, melts into warmth for those she claims as kin. And Suzy? She reciprocated tenfold, her gratitude manifesting in late-night texts and shared playlists that bridged their 12-year age gap like it was nothing. By 2024, their rhythm had solidified into an annual ritual that fans anticipate like cherry blossoms in spring. Suzy's October 10th birthday that year? Song Hye-kyo dropped a carousel of throwbacks, candid shots from a rare downtime hike, the two in oversized sunnies and hiking boots, laughing over ramyun at a trailhead cafe. The caption? "To my pretty dongseng, may your year be as vibrant as you are. You look beautiful today, and every day." It was poetic, almost lyrical, evoking the quiet poetry of their dynamic. Suzy, the nation's sweetheart turned multifaceted artist, drawing strength from Song Hye-kyo's unyielding grace. Fans devoured it, threads on X exploding with edits syncing the photos to IU's palette, captions like, "If I had a Unnie like Kyo, I'd conquer the world too." But it was the reciprocity that sealed the spell. Song Hye-kyo's November 22nd turn rolled around, and Suzy countered with a bespoke cake delivery, vanilla layers etched with "Unnie, keep shining eternally," delivered straight to the set of her then upcoming project. This year, 2025, layered even more intimacy onto the tradition. Just days after the Bouquet post, whispers turned to snapshots of a low-key birthday feast. Song Hye-kyo and Suzy at a tucked-away steakhouse in Itaewon, the kind of spot where celebrities slip in through side doors, emerging hours later with windswept hair and fuller hearts. The photos, shared coyly by Song Hye-kyo on December 3rd, perhaps a nod to extending the celebration, captured plates of seared Wagyu glistening under dim Edison bulbs, glasses of Cabernet catching the light like rubies. "The day my pretty sister treated me," she captioned, tagging Suzy with a string of white hearts. No filters, no staging, just two women in cashmere sweaters, mid-bite, eyes crinkling with that hard-earned ease born of shared vulnerabilities. Suzy's comment? A single emoji, a steak knife slicing through butter, playful and precise. It hit like a balm. In a year where both had navigated personal whirlwinds, Suzy's reflective hiatus post her evocative role in Wonderland, Song Hye-kyo's introspective pivot toward period pieces, this meal felt like reclaiming joy, one tenderloin at a time. Delving deeper, their connection thrives on those unscripted afternoons that feel ripped from a Nora Ephron rom-com. Take August 2025. After the Blue Dragon Series Awards hand printing ceremony, where they reunited on stage, Suzy's hand lingering a beat too long on Song Hye-kyo's arm as they inked their legacies into concrete. The duo vanished into domestic bliss. Song Hye-kyo's home, a serene Gangnam Airy with floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the Han River, became their sanctuary. No paparazzi, no schedules, just Netflix queued with old Hollywood classics. They're both hopeless for Audrey Hepburn marathons. Takeout from a hole-in-the-wall gymdac joint, and sprawls on the sectional dissecting life's plot twists. "We talked until the sun came up," Song Hye-kyo shared in a rare January 2025 interview, her voice softening like cashmere. Suzy's young, but she's got this old soul maturity. Debuting so early wires you that way. We swapped stories about first heartbreaks on set, the loneliness of empty green rooms. It's rare to find someone who listens without an agenda. Suzy echoed the sentiment months later. Unnie's advice isn't preachy. It's like a map drawn from her own detours. She's easygoing, affectionate, makes you feel seen, not spotlighted. That interview, aired amid the buzz of Song Hye-kyo's latest venture, painted their friendship as a masterclass in contrast and complement. Song Hye-kyo, the eternal muse whose gaze could hush a room, finds in Suzy a mirror that reflects back playfulness, a dongsang who teases her about her impeccable skincare routine. "Uni, share the serum or I'll stage an intervention," while absorbing her wisdom on longevity in an industry that chews up dreams. Their first encounter, revealed in an October 2025 feature, was anything but seamless. A crowded industry mixer, where rookie Suzy, starstruck and stammering, spilled a flute of champagne on Song Hye-kyo's LBD. "I wanted to evaporate," Suzy laughed in retrospect. But she just smiled, dabbed it with a napkin, and said, "Accidents make the best icebreakers." From rivalry vibes to this, it's like fate scripted a rom-com. Song Hye-kyo, ever the diplomat, added, "I saw myself in her, wide-eyed, ambitious, a little lost. Now, she's family." Amid these personal harmonies, their professional orbits continue to inspire. Song Hye-kyo's immersion in show business, a Netflix opus penned by the inimitable No Hee-kyung, who once gifted us the layered heartaches of "It's okay to not be okay," has her channeling Min Ja, a resilient ingenue clawing through the cutthroat 60s and 80s Korean entertainment scene. Filming kicked off in January 2025, with co-stars like Gong Yoo as the brooding producer who becomes her unlikely anchor, and an ensemble boasting Kim Sol-hyun's fiery ambition and Cha Sung-won's gravelly charisma. The set, a meticulously recreated Trot-era cabaret in Incheon studios, buzzes with period authenticity. Vinyl records spinning Shin Jung-hye's ballads, cigarette haze from prop machines, and choreography rehearsals that leave everyone breathless. That birthday cake from the crew, "Min-ja is our rest stop," wasn't mere icing, it was a collective exhale, acknowledging how Song Hye-kyo infuses Min-ja with a quiet ferocity, her performance a blend of vulnerability and steel that has insiders whispering, career-defining. Release slated for late 2026, it's poised to dissect the glamour's underbelly, much like their friendship dissects the myth of isolation in stardom. Suzy, meanwhile, mirrors this depth in her eclectic pursuits. Fresh from voicing ethereal longing in Wonderland, a surreal indie that earned her a Blue Dragon nod, she's teasing a musical resurgence, whispers of an EP laced with jazz-inflected confessions. Their paths cross in subtle ways. Suzy guesting on a variety show where she name-drops Song Hye-kyo's influence on her vocal warm-ups, or Song Hye-kyo slipping into Suzy's concert after-party, incognito in a baseball cap, cheering from the wings. It's this interplay, mentor and muse, peer and protector, that elevates them beyond icons to inspirations. Fans sense it keenly. X threads from November 2025 brim with montages. The 2023 Mama Awards, where Suzy dedicated her win to "the Unnie who taught me grace under fire," synced to a slowed-down lilac. Comments cascade like confetti. Kyozi is the friendship blueprint. Real, rare, radiant. One viral edit, clocking millions of views, intercuts their red carpet waves with behind-the-scenes bloopers. Song Hye-kyo tripping over a train, Suzy steadying her with a giggle. Suzy fumbling lines, Song Hye-kyo mouthing cues from off-camera. Aging backwards? Nah, they're evolving forward. Together, a top reply reads, capturing that ageless allure that has admirers from Busan teens to LA executives hooked. Yet, what truly enchants is the ordinariness woven into their extraordinary. No joint endorsements, no co-starred campaigns, just organic overlaps. Like the time in September 2025 when Suzy dispatched a winter survival kit to Song Hye-kyo's set. Cashmere socks, a monogrammed thermos, and a dog-eared copy of Patti Smith's Just Kids, inscribed, For the nights when scripts feel heavier than hearts, read and recharge. Song Hye-kyo's thank you story? A boomerang of her feet in the socks, steam rising from the thermos, captioned, "Dongsang Survival Hacks, Any Award." It's these micro moments that humanize them, reminding us that beneath the endorsements and edits, they're navigating the same aches, the pressure of perfection, the quiet after applause fades. In a landscape where alliances fracture under scrutiny, divorces dissected, feuds fabricated, Song Hye-kyo and Suzy's tapestry stands resilient, threaded with trust. The bouquet, that steakhouse glow, the hand-printing hugs, they're not anomalies but affirmations, proof that sisterhood can weather tabloid tempests. As 2025 folds into memory, with show business teasers looming and Suzy's melodies on the horizon, one can't help but feel a swell of optimism. Their story isn't just heartwarming, it's a quiet revolution, whispering to every dreamer in the wings. Build your bouquet, send it late if you must, but send it. Because in the end, the most enduring plots aren't the ones with twists. They're the ones where friends become family. One petal, one plate, one shared silence at a time. And if that doesn't make you believe in a little more magic tomorrow, what will?